Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be doing another fall DIY. We're actually going to be doing two. So I picked up these little mason jars from my local thrift store. They were 99 cents. I'm going to take some rubbing alcohol and wipe that right off. And then we're going to make like some little candle holders out of these. And then we're going to make a fall candy dish with this material here. So I have this dish from the dollar store and this from the dollar store as well as this candle holder here and some embellishments. So we're going to start first with this DIY, and we're going to paint these jars with some white paint. All right, so we're going to be using this white Waverly paint. And I am going to use a sponge brush and possibly this paint brush to paint this. I'm just going to pour some paint on there. And you want to just use some long strokes if you can. And just pull that paint right down from the top to the bottom so that your strokes could look like whitewashed. Sort of. So I'm gonna pour some, and I got some paper, newspaper down to protect my surface because I am working in my dining room. I have a little bit better lighting over here than I do at my craft desk where I normally work from. So lately I have been working over here, and I think the lighting is better. Do you guys agree with that? I don't know. I just feel like it's a lot better. Not only that, it's way more room for me to work in. When I craft, I tend to make a mess. And it is Friday morning, you guys. The kids are up. So you probably hear them in the background being kids. At this point, I'm sure for my regular subscribers, it is not unusual to hear my little chipmunks in the background. The wonderful sounds of parenthood. So you're gonna paint all of that, and one coat should be enough with this particular paint. And I'm gonna turn it upside down and paint this top rim. All right, so I'm gonna let that dry. This is the second one. We're gonna let both of those dry right over there to the side. And then we're going to go ahead and work on our second project. You guys, I'm just going to blend them right in together. All right, so for the second part of this DIY, or for the trio, I'm going to let those two dry over there. And I am going to start on the candy dish. So we're going to use that dish I showed you earlier. I did not show you that we're going to also be using these little gems here from the Dollar Tree. They're called acrylic gems. And I got about 3 packs of them, but we're going to use them, and let's pour some out. We're going to glue them to the top portion. And so I am now working on my dish, and I've already started putting the gems on. So I just spread a little hot glue on there, and I just try to make them go in the same direction like that. Just pop them on there in the glue. Do a little bit at a time, about 3 to 4 at a time, because that glue dries rather quickly. So that's what we do, or what I'm doing so far. Now I did buy 3 packs of these gems, and I hope that that's enough. Now I'm not going to do the entire bowl like this, although I'm sure that would be so beautiful. I want to do like a third of the bowl in gems. This is rather simple and quick if you do it this way. And have your gems already poured out on the table, and I find that it just works a lot faster. Goes a lot faster that way. Okay, so I hope you are loving these fall DIYs that I am bringing to y'all. If you are enjoying them, please let me know in the comment section below, and then I will do more of them. Because if you're really not enjoying them, then I don't want to continue to do them, you know. I try to do the things that you love to do, love for me to do. And I know you guys love for me to do DIYs, so I'm going to be doing more DIYs for the fall time. Now, you know I always switch things up over here on this channel, so there will be some other videos on here as well, because I just can't be me unless I add in a little bit of variety on my channel. So I hope you can appreciate that too as well, and show some of the other videos that I do some love, because it does take a lot of time and effort to create these videos, to go out and buy them and set up things and edit them. It is so much work that goes into it as a YouTuber, and I don't think people who really don't make videos truly understand how much work is involved. But we so appreciate you guys watching. So we just finished that first row, and that's how it turned out. Now I'm off a little bit on there. You see that, you guys? I came down a little bit somehow. I should fix it. I may just fix that. I don't know. It depends on how noticeable I think it is, but anyhow, it's a lot straighter on this side than on that other side. Then that other little dip, it's just a little small dip, so we may keep it the same. So we're going to start a second row, and we're going to go in between, kind of like a brick layer. I'm going to see how that works out, so it can kind of close up the gaps. And I'm thinking maybe we should do it in the opposite direction. What you think? Let's see. Let me see. I don't know if we're gonna, if opposite direction is the best way or not. I think so. So we're gonna do this next one in the opposite direction. So we're kind of going backwards this time. I don't know if that makes sense. Oops. Runaway gems. Just put those on there. Now that glue's trying to dry up a little bit, so we're gonna add a little bit more glue right there. You want to make sure that your glue is not somewhat dry when you put these gems on, because I promise you they're just gonna pop off. So you want to make sure that your glue is really still kind of warm to hot when you place these gems on. And for those of you who are wondering, I am using the hot glue from the Dollar Tree, which I don't really care to use that much because it does give a little yellow tint, and it doesn't work that well on all materials, but it does work very well on acrylic material or plastic material and paper material. It works very well on those things. But if you're like using it on glass and stuff like that, it doesn't hold, the strength of it doesn't hold as well as like Gorilla Hot Glue does. Okay, so now that I got that much done, I am going to do the rest off camera, and I will come back to you guys when I'm done. Okay, we're all done with the dish. So this is how it turned out. Isn't it pretty? Okay, so it actually took me 2 entire bags and like 3 or 4 gems from the 3rd bag. So just for references if you decide to recreate this DIY. Okay, so taking the leaves that I got from the Dollar Tree, I'm going to paint them with this white Waverly paint here. And I am making a mess, you guys. As you see, my fingertips are white. But I'm using a dabbing motion with this sponge brush because it doesn't oversaturate the leaf, because they are rather thin. And I also have newspaper down, so make sure you got something down to protect your surface. Okay, so quickly, this is how it looks. So that's how that looks. And I'm gonna flip it over. You see how it comes through? It already kind of comes through, but I'm gonna flip it over and dab that back side as well, just a little bit. Paint out. Because I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to apply these on my project. I just know I don't want the orange to be completely seen. It's okay if you can see the shadow of the orange. It actually adds to the fall effect, but I just did not want them completely orange because this is my glam fall DIY. Y'all know I couldn't go without doing at least one glam fall DIY where I add bling to it. There was no way possible your girl was gonna be able to make it through that. So after we, let me put that there. After we color it, we're gonna take this gold glitter from Recollections and we're just gonna sprinkle it on. Sprinkle as much or as little as you like, or forget it all together, up to you. Okay, and that's how it turned out. That one is really pretty. You can do more if you like, it's up to you. I'm gonna set that to the side and I'm gonna finish the rest of these. All right, the leaves are drying. Moving back to the jars. On these jars, you can see they have the famous Ball Mason logo here. So you could display it this way if you want, but I am going to use this side where it has the, what is that, grapes and fruit on there. That's the side I'm going to use as the front of my jar. I'm gonna wrap it around here, but I'm going to add just a little dab of glue just to secure it once I tie it. Right there in the center. Just like that. And I'll do the same thing for this one. Okay. So now we got that done. The next thing I'm going to do is take my vinyl decals. I've written the word Fall and Harvest on there. And I'm going to place them on the jars. Now it's just easier for me to use these stencils because I do have the material to do it on the hand. But you know, you can use the vinyl letters as well if you don't have the stencils to use. So it says fall and it is in gold. Okay, so I transferred it onto my paper here, which is masking tape, and I'm going to just place it on here the best that I can. Okay, so it did pull out some of my paint a little bit, and that's fine because what I'm going to do is just make it look like it was intentional by scraping out some of the paint on this side. Okay. So that's how that looks. We are going to add those gold leaves to the side. So these are the gold leaves. They are dry and ready to use. And I'm going to add them to the side like so. Okay, that's how that look on the side, and I'm going to do one on this side. All right, and then we got that one on that side. We got that one on this side and that one on that side. And I'm going to put a little piece of bling right there in the center. And this is just to tie the set together. But let me show you how we're going to construct this. So we're going to take this tray, I'm going to turn it upside down like that. And we're going to take our bowl and we're going to glue it down on here. Just like so. It's going to be simple and easy just like that, okay? And I'm just going to glue the corners because those are the parts that are going to actually be touching the bottom of the bowl, the candy dish. So what I did is put them on those 4 points. Now I'm going to just sit this down as close to the center as possible and press down. I'm going to let that dry. All right, so I'm going to take some twine and now I'm just going to glue it around here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's got the little, just a hint of the rope right around the rim of this DIY to help tie in the rustic look. Let's take the leaves and let's glue them down. I decided I wanted to put them down here, one at the bottom, 2 over here on the side. And hopefully it looks good enough. Let's see, make sure that's kind of in the same area. Okay, so then we have something like this. Then you have the leaves like that. Okay, so I'm done with the dish. All I need to do is fill it up with candy, and I'm gonna have to go get some candy and then show you guys what it all looks like once I get my candy in here as well. But for now, I will probably just fill it up with some pumpkins so I can show you guys what it looks like.
Okay, lovely. So this is the main look of this glam fall DIY. So these are my 2 DIYs, as you can see. I made 2 glam farmhouse style candle holders using mason jars, and I added a little bit of glam to it and the rustic look by adding the glittered leaves and the twine. So I think that it turned out very nice. I absolutely love the way that they look. And I also added in the tea light candles, so they are burning in the inside. And I hope you got to get a quick peek of that. Look at the glitter on these leaves. They are just so pretty. Oh my gosh. And then the added scratches that I self-inflicted after my first boo-boo on the glass made it look very rustic as well. So I love the way that turned out. Now this treat dish is absolutely gorgeous. Look at the glittery shine and sparkle on the bottom of this treat dish. It is so cute. Now, the only thing that I probably would add a little bit different to this treat dish is to add even more twine or a thicker piece of rope around the rim of this treat dish. And I didn't have any candies because you can fill it up with candies or pumpkins if you choose. But since my kids do have the little fruit snacks that they usually tend to eat, when I allow them to have one, I decided to use their fruit snacks because this will be something that they will be using more so than anyone else in the house. So I absolutely love the way this DIY turned out, both of them. They're so cute, and I hope that you did too. So if you did, then please go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Also, share the video, leave a comment, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. If you're loving these fall DIYs, let your girl know in the comment section down below. Until next time, be blessed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye now.